Today, our Introduction to Ceramics course from Penn State Abington is at the Moravian Pottery and Tile Works in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, which was founded by Henry Mercer. Today we are making tiles and mosaics in the tradition of the tile works.
This class is helping me understand the artistic process and becoming more comfortable and fluid in that process. Less rigid, less corporate, less academic, and more just about the art.
This course is a high engagement course for students. First, they get to be in a historical museum to do their work, which is really inspiring to be practicing what they're making in a space that Henry Mercer had designed for making tiles. And then they get to work with the professionals here at the Tile Works, from the executive director to education outreach, to the people that are actually creating the tiles on a daily basis, in addition to having Chris and I, so really working with them on content in addition to the process that they're learning. The two major projects are, the first one is just learning how to make a tile.
We start out making molds of tiles. So they learned how to sculpt the tiles, how to pour plaster molds, and then how to use their plaster molds for production.
Second project is a mosaic, and that's what they're working on today. Again, using their own story. It could be mythological, it could be personal, it could be historical. So they're telling a story through making a mosaic. We also dive deeply into storytelling for both projects, the tile project and the mosaic, which is what Henry Mercer was all about.
I enjoy being able to make my own designs with these tiles instead of having to go off of someone else's. It's really interesting to learn about the different type of tiles and how to make them and just the history. It's definitely made me realize that not everything has to be so complicated. It's shown me that sometimes simple is better, and it's okay to just have a simple design rather than something that's complex.
It's such an amazing place to come with students. I mean, you know, just the place is unique. It's a living history museum that, you know, really is just unlike any other. They, you know, learn by doing, and they're learning materials. They're working with local clay. So that's, you know, we have ceramics at Penn State Abington. We come here, we're using clay that was dug up in northern Bucks County that they're using, so that's a very different material.
I selected this course because I wanted to get my hands on clay again. And it was a pleasant surprise in how I was able to connect with the local culture and history of the area.
One of the really beautiful things about the course, having art majors and non-majors, is that they're working side by side and helping each other. So the non-majors are seeing what the majors are actually, you know, skill-wise are able to do, but the majors are actually able to help them. And sometimes it goes the other way, and you know, we're pleasantly surprised at skills that non-majors bring to a course. But I think exposure to appreciating the arts is huge.
I saw that I needed 3 art credits, and that's the whole reason why I picked this. I wasn't in the art at all before this, but the class definitely gave me a new appreciation for like art and all that. I've definitely slowed down on other assignments and taken my time and really looked into all of the details that I've put into everything. The
piece about excellence in teaching and learning is where we're at our best. Our students are at their best. It's a really inspiring atmosphere. The students are always here, super engaged, and you see the excitement when they're working on their pieces and learning new techniques, but in the space, and we can reference what they're doing to the work that's right here around us.
How often do you get renowned artists to help you walk through a process that's not only this class's process, but the artistic process and the same tools and style of Henry Mercer and other artists of that era. So it's connecting us to each other because we're able to build bonds.
This is the 3rd year that we are offering this course at the Tile Works.
It's definitely made me think about different opportunities within jobs. So it's made me think of career-wise things that I could do after school that I haven't thought of before.
In addition to getting to know Chris and I, so students have a close relationship with faculty where they can lean on us for future ideas for job placement or grad school. They've received 3 student engagement grants to do internships here. It's a really nice step to learning about not-for-profit, working in a museum setting, and those types of things.
It is powerful to have 2 teachers here and a small class, plus the staff here has been phenomenal as well at the tile works here in the museums.
Faculty that actually cares about the students is generational. You really don't get that. In my high school, rarely had anybody that rarely cared about me or anything like that, but here you could see that they put in the effort, they want to see you succeed, and they want to see you have a future.